Will Payton Talbott get the biggest win of his career by taking out former champion Henry Cejudo? See who fighters are picking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
Henry Cejudo, Payton Talbot, Henry Cejudo. I like Payton. Like, honestly, I see a lot. Excuse me. Excuse me. I see a lot of myself in Payton. But I think just right now where he is, what we've seen, I think just the level of grappling from Henry, plus his understanding of striking and boxing and things like that. I think Henry will just be like, his grappling is just gonna be too much.
I got Triple C. I got Triple C. That's a fun fight. That'd be major for Payton if he could get that done. Because right now, obviously, that's the biggest question mark he's got. Like, what's he gonna? The fight he lost was because he got taken down. You know what I mean? Henry Cejudo's pretty good at taking people down. So, if he can get past Henry, that's a major statement for him. But with all that being said, I think Henry's wrestling is on a different caliber than the motherfucker who out-wrestled him last time. So even if he's gotten better at wrestling, you know, that's a tough matchup. So I got Triple C in that one.
You know, I'm not 100% sure on that one. I would like to say Henry Cejudo. He's only lost to the best guys. I don't quote me on this. I believe he said this was his last one again. Yeah, so I mean, but you know, he said that before. If he goes out there and looks great, I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, Henry Cejudo's back, baby. But I'm assuming he's taking it very seriously. I'm assuming he's going to go out there and, you know, try to come into the sport or leave the sport the same way he came in, throwing people on their heads and riding them out. So, you know, I'm excited for it. And Payton Talbot is an absolute animal. You know, he's a savage, undefeated, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he lost to Henry Barcelos earlier this year, remember?
So I get him confused with the other guy at that weight class who's a complete machine.
Malcolm Wallmaker?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, and you do too. See, because you knew who I was talking about. So so this guy has struggled with wrestling. We've seen him struggle with that. I think I was on that card too. I should have remembered that. So I do think Henry Cejudo will get this done, but who knows, man? These young guns are so dangerous. They're afraid of nothing, and their bodies just work better than us old guys. So,
man, I mean, you're talking about a former champion, a guy, Olympic wrestler, and Cejudo is just, I don't know if the fire is necessarily still there anymore. I don't know what the object or what the goal of fighting at this point in time. Is it for a paycheck? Is it for, you know, whatever? I have no idea. A guy's obviously a legend, and he you know, he's a bad dude. It just, at this stage and age, you kind of wonder, like, what is the motivating factors there? So especially when you're going up against a young up and comer who, you know, did have a whole lot of hype on him over the last, you know, few years, and kind of got railroaded a little bit on that one fight, but this is the fight that could put him right back in the talks of everything being the next big thing, you know. And so it really just comes down to who's going to be more motivated and what is the motivation. You know, I would have to kind of lean towards Talbot in the fact that, you know, youth and this is a big fight. This is his big, you know, the biggest name he's ever fought. So if that guy wants to take the next step, next leap, he's got to get past Cejudo. And, you know, and that's who I would kind of lean towards too, but you can't count out the old dog. You know, if he's still got it, like if Henry hasn't lost a step and comes out and does what he can do, then, you know, you always take him, but I'm not sure that's the case anymore.
Super weird fight. I don't know, man. Cejudo's he's a vet, you know. I don't know what's it called. I'll lean Talbot just because we were just chopping it up last time when Josh fought Rodal, and he was cool people. So
that's another one. You got a very experienced individual in Henry Cejudo who's strong everywhere. But then you have Payton Talbot, who's more in his prime though, and who is a very dangerous striker. He's a tall dude. He's long. He's got great abilities. So I think that will be probably more exciting. There's more variables that could go either way in that one. So I think Payton probably puts it on him in the striking. Henry's going to have to mitigate that and do what he does as an experienced individual, make it a well-rounded fight, and take his weapons away from him.
Yeah, when I saw that came out, I was a little like, where did that even come from? Um, but I feel like I haven't honestly watched a lot of Payton Talbot's fights. I think did he lose because of grappling? I
Yeah,
think
he
that
lost
one
to
fight he got
Barcelos like earlier this
out-wrestled.
year, actually.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he's got he's wrestling under wraps now. But I guess I would have to go with Cejudo, thinking he's going to do the same thing again.
Henry Cejudo grappled Payton Talbot.
Payton trains with us sometimes, and so I know Payton very well. It's the kind of that the thing that the UFC does. Oftentimes you have the old guard versus new guard, right? Let's see what happens. I think Payton, he's not going to concede takedowns, right? He's not going to concede it. He never does. And that is the key to beating really any high level grappler in an MMA fight, right? Like you have to have a plan. If you have to understand that you might be taken down, right? One, but understanding that you might be taken down is not conceding the takedown. So you have to have that plan. Like, that canvas is like hot lava. I have to scramble to my feet consistently, fight the hands, face my opponent, do those types of things over and over and over again. And you have to be conditioned to do that and have the understanding to do that. And I think Payton will do that. I don't know that anyone will be finished in that fight, but I think Payton has the ability. He has the IQ, the psychological strength to be able to withstand a lot of that and not concede takedowns. And he does have that ability, that uncanny ability to clip you as you come in. He is a sniper of a right hand, and he has an understanding of how to kind of navigate that distance. And I think Payton pulls it out.
I think Payton's kind of on the up and up. I know he had a loss, or one or two
earlier this year to Barcelos.
Yeah, that makes these guys better. That makes you better, and I feel like that's something that he needed. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Payton.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Payton.
That is an outlandish fight. I cannot believe that got made. Wow, it's an incredible fight. I don't know. I think it depends on what version of Henry we see. If we see, the Triple C that, was doing his thing, then I think he definitely beats Payton Talbot. But I mean, if it's the guy that looks like he's about to retire and he's just getting one last fight in to get it, I think Payton Talbot might beat him. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna pick Henry Cejudo.
I think against Cejudo.
Okay. What weight?
135.
I don't know. I'm gonna go Henry Cejudo for that.
Damn, it is a hard fight, but I gotta pick Cejudo. He had the huge experience, former champ, so I gotta do Cejudo. Yeah.
Maybe Talbot, dude. You know what I mean? I feel like I know he had a setback, but I think he has such great vision and poise for a guy who's young in the division. And I know he trains with Wombles out in California, and I really like him. So